Hey guys, it's Sarah. All right, we need to talk. We need to have a discussion. My gosh. Okay. I have hit a point in my reading right now, and I need to make some changes. So basically, I have really found this year that, one of my goals this year was to read my arcs every month and to do a monthly arc review video, which I have been doing consistently every month this year. Now, because I'm doing that, I am accepting a lot of arcs, and I don't accept every single thing that I get offered. I really don't. There are some that I'm just not interested in. There are some I've never heard of. And when I read the synopsis, I'm like, So I do take a look at them before I just accept, and I decide whether or not I think I would actually read it and if I'm ready to read it that month, because, I did make a commitment to read them in the month. And because I have done that, I have overwhelmed myself, because majority of my reading every month has been dedicated to these review books, and I'm not reading what I want to read. Not that I don't want to read them. If I didn't want to read them, I wouldn't have accepted them, but it's the fact of I have to read them right now. It's not I can take them and I can read them whenever I want or whenever I feel like it. It's I put that pressure on myself to read them right now. And I think that is starting to get to me. And it is causing me to have some stress around my reading. And I'm consistently thinking about other things I would rather be reading than these books. Not that I don't want to read them, but it's just I have to read them right now, and it's really starting to go, okay, I still want to read this, but not right now. I'd rather read Christina Lauren, that type of thing. So I have decided to make some changes surrounding that. So my last ARC review video for the month of August has gone up, and that is going to be the last ARC review video that you're going to get from me. I have decided to stop promising publishers that I would read and review these books within the month that I get them. I am not going to sign up for blog tours or for special, certain dates that I have to post reviews for. I'm not going to do that anymore. I still want to receive ARCs, and I still want to accept them and get them, but I'm just not going to make that promise that I'm going to read and review them around the release date. I am struggling to enjoy my reading because of that. So what I'm going to do instead is when I do get an ARC or I get offered something, I can promise to do an Instagram post and I can highlight it there. That's very easy for me to do. I can do it on release day. I can hype it up. I can talk about it. I can give a synopsis, all the good things, but I don't have to physically read it right then. So for me, I think that's going to be better. And the publishers are still going to get their recognition. I'm still going to be showing it, both in Bookstore, and I'll still show it here. I'll do it, I'll haul it when I get them in the mail if they're physical, or on my Kindle if it's a Kindle option. But I think that is going to be easier for me to do, and it's going to relieve that pressure that a lot of times I put on myself to read and review it, right then. Now, what does that mean? That means it's going to free up my reading every month to where I can read whatever I want, and I don't have the obligations. Now, I do have some projects going on this year as well, which honestly didn't help the situation either, because not only was I needing to read my review books, I was needing to read my 5-year on haul project books, because I have deadlines for those that I did to myself. I have 5-star predictions that I do for book lists, which I don't want to stop because I love those videos. Those are some of my favorite ones that we do. But those were, pre-picked, and I have a deadline for those. And so I was really finding that most of my books every month were books that I had to read. Have to read, not want to read. And I am starting to not enjoy that anymore. It was working for me for a while. It was getting me to pick up things that I needed to pick up and, all that stuff. But now I'm kind of like, I want to be a little bit more free with what I'm picking. I want to use my TBR jar and actually read those books. I have 4 books sitting over here and another one in my bedroom. So 5 total of my TBR jar picks that I picked this year that I have not read yet because everything else had to take priority. I still want to read those books. I was really excited when I picked them out and they're sitting here staring at me. So, I want to use my TBR jar every month. I want to do themed reading vlogs that are fun that I kind of keep secret until I post them. I want to do that. I have so many ideas for that and I haven't been able to do one because my reading is so planned out and so structured. So that's been bothering me too. I haven't done a single themed reading vlog this year and that's something I really wanted to do. Now, how did I come about this discovery? Well, I've been kind of feeling it a little bit. Not enough that I was going to actually do anything and make any changes, but I started feeling a little bit bogged down by all the review books and stuff. And then when Becca from Becca and the Books announced her Bookathon for the month of September, that's when it hit me because I saw her announcement video and I got so excited. I was like, oh yes, a whole month of Bookathon and you play it just like she plays it. She does a monthly TBR video where she plays Bookopoly. It's a board that she created based on Monopoly and that's how she picks her TBR. And I love watching those videos. I love all these TBR games. They're so much fun. And I've always wanted to do it. I was like, that'd be so much fun. I do my TBR jar, but I don't even pick out of it every month right now because it depends on how much I already have going on. So I got really excited about that. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it and blah, 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 blah. And then I realized for the month of September, I had 4 review books that I still had to read. 4. I still had 4 5-star predictions to read. And that is 100% my fault because I've had 2 months to read those books and I only read 1. So I waited till the last minute. I don't know why I did that to myself. So that's completely 100% on me that I waited so long to start reading those books, but I had 4 of them. That's 8 books. And then I still had 1 book for my 5-year on haul. So that's 9. And then I had we were planning to do the book list voting for, reading a Christmas exchange book, which we're doing. So that's 10 books. That's my TBR. 10 books in 1 month is a really, really good reading month for me. And I literally said out loud, I said, I can't do it. I can't do Bookathon because I have all these other books to read and I actually have deadlines on them all. And then I talked to a few friends. I talked to Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. She hears all this stuff. I talked to Krista from Books and Jams. I talked to my friend Jenny. And I was just like, I'm overwhelmed and I'm freaking out a little bit. And all 3 of them said, Sarah, stop it. You can't do all this. You can't, and you don't have to, is basically what I heard. And Jenny was a big one. She said, what are you most excited about? I said, Bookathon. That's what I want to do. She said, do what you want to do. I know. And, and Lindsay and Krista said the same thing. You don't have to do all this. You don't have to promise publishers that you're going to read books. Is the book industry going to implode because you don't read September arcs? No, they're probably not even going to notice. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They are probably not going to notice that I'm not reading them. It's fine. So it is a lot of pressure that I put on myself, and I fully understand that. And I am aware that it's self-induced stress. So that's when I decided I really needed to make some changes for myself because I want to enjoy my reading and I'm kind of not right now. I'm just not. And, for a while it was working and I was fine. I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't feeling pressure, but now it's really starting to get to me a little more than halfway through the year. So I'm going to make some changes. And that's what I want to do. And after thinking about these changes and thinking about what I'm going to do, still honoring that I'm getting the ARCs and still recognizing that I'm getting them and still, providing that advertising basically for the publishers, which is why they send ARCs out. They want you to talk about them. I am going to show them in hauls, so I will have them in videos. And if I can do them on Bookstagram instead of reviewing them within the month. If I can just show them on release day, that's going to be good enough. And that's what I can commit to. I can easily do that, no problem. I've been wanting to step up my Bookstagram game anyway. So that's a good excuse, to help give me some content and to, just kind of start that going. So that is what I'm going to plan to do. And once I started making these plans and thinking about these changes, I got really excited. It's like, oh my gosh, if I can make it so that I get all my 5-star predictions done before the month of September, which, taking off all these review books really helped, I can make almost all of September nothing but Bookopoly-thon, and I can roll like 5 or 6 times and it would be great. And that's what I wanted, I didn't want to roll once because that's the only way I can even maybe read a book. I didn't want that. So I got really excited about that. And, I thought about even after September, October, November, December, and I can, pick a whole bunch of TBR jar picks. I can pick maybe 5 in a video and then still give myself room for if readathons pop up that I'm not aware of right away, or if I want to do a reading vlog where I read 3 books, if I've only picked 5, I have that room. I can give myself that room to either do a reading vlog that I want to do, or do a readathon, or just mood read, whatever I want. Or if someone's talking about a book, or a book keeps popping up consistently and I'm like, oh, this is a sign I should read it, I have time to pick up and read it because I haven't overwhelmed myself. So that's another thing, is I need to pick less books on my monthly TBRs, because I'm picking 10, 11, 12 books on my TBRs every month. I can't do that. So I did some math and I realized that average for this year so far, I've been reading about 9 books a month average. So if I pick 5 from my TBR jar, that's a lot of books to pick from a TBR jar, right? And I still have room based on my average reading right now that I can read more than that, but I don't have to put it in a video and I don't have that pressure. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop pressuring myself. Basically, I need to be kinder to myself, and I have not been at all. And I know that sometimes when I talk about this stuff, you guys have seen it. And some people call me out on it too. They're like, you're taking away the fun. And I don't want to say I'm not having fun reading, because I am, but I know that I can have more fun because I'm picking up more of what I want, more books off my shelves versus what's being sent to me every month. And that's another thing. I'm not reading all the books off my shelf because I'm getting sent books every month and I'm reading those instead. So things are coming in and I'm reading them right away, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not books I'm buying and it's not books I'm seeking out myself, So there is that. Now, am I never going to read another arc or do another review? Or am I not, if I get an arc, is it just going to sit on my shelves for 3 years? No. This biggest example is I have an arc of In a Holidays by Christina Lauren that comes out in October. I'm reading that in October because Christina Lauren is one of my favorite authors, and I got an arc and I flipped out. So I do still plan to read some arcs around the time that they come out, but it's going to be ones that I choose to read, and it's going to be ones that I am super excited. So if I get sent a book unsolicited, or I get sent a NetGalley link or whatever, I'm going to choose whether or not to download it, and I'm going to choose when I decide to read it. It's not going to be, well, I got sent this, so I have to read it now. No. If I want to read it, I'm going to read it. I am super excited for Christina Lauren. There is also a book coming out early next year. That's book number 2 in a series that I read early this year, and I'm going to request an arc of it because I really liked the first book. It was a 5-star read. The second one's coming out early next year, so I'm planning actually soon to request an arc of that. And if I can get it, I'm going to read that because I'm super excited about it anyway. So things like that. So definitely if I'm requesting something, I'm going to make sure that, number one, it's something I want to read and I want to read right away, and I will still feature that. So that will still be, it's not going to be like a separate review video. I'm not going to do those anymore. Plus, I'm not going to lie, guys, review videos are the least viewed on BookTube, which is really interesting because that's what publishers want, but nobody watches them. So yeah. There's that too. But they'll be in my wrap-ups. They'll be on Instagram, all that stuff. So there is that, definitely. So not that I'm not going to be reviewing any more books. I will. But they'll be in my wrap-ups, and they'll be more on Instagram than anything else. And I will still feature books that I'm receiving and books that are coming up soon. I was a little bit worried about, if I stop doing this and stop doing my ARC review videos and stop reading them in the month, am I going to stop getting ARCs? And, everyone kind of assured me, you're still going to get ARCs. There are a ton of big booktube channels, bigger, like way bigger than me, like I will never get there, bigger than me, who get ARCs all the time, and they don't read them right away, if ever. So there's that, you know what I mean? So it's fine. So I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I need to do what makes me happy. And as of right now, I just got way, way, way too overwhelmed. So, and the reading projects, I need to back off those too, because those are just adding to everything. I am going to, we're still going to do our 5-star predictions. I love those. I'm still doing my 5-year unhaul project that's going now through it's going through the end of the year. It always has, but I had to kind of change up the timeline for the end of the year and kind of like group some more things together just because I started running out of time. That was part of it too. So I just kind of manipulated that a little bit. Still going through the end of the year, that hasn't changed, but I kind of combined everything. So like the last, 3 months of the year is going to be that. So that's happening. And then, is that it? I think I do have my 20 series in 2020, which I'm doing better, actually. I'm doing better on that. I think I have 5 or 6 series either caught up on or completed so far. So I'm making some progress on that. Don't know if I'm going to hit 20. I'm just going to try to go for as many as I can. It's fine. But there is that too. And actually, maybe getting, not doing all these ARCs all the time and not doing all these reading projects all the time, that I can pick up some of those more often too. So there's that. So we'll see how that goes, but only if I want to, right? So changes are coming. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I just wanted to kind of explain that there's not going to be any more ARC review videos coming. August was the last one. I do have one that's going to come up in September. It's not going to be an ARC review. It's going to be an ARC spotlight. So it's going to be, I'm going to show you what I got and kind of explain it, the individual books like that, just because I did get sent some. And then from October on, I'm not going to do it. It'll all be on Instagram. So that's going to be my plan moving forward. So I'm excited about this. I am excited to have my reading be much more random, especially, I want to use my TBR jar, and I'm really excited, to do the Bookopoly and, all that stuff. And I really want to do all that. So that's what's happening. Okay. Let me know your thoughts. And I'm really excited about this. And I know that, reading, it can go up and down, and it can be, depending on moods. And, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Maybe in 2 months I wouldn't feel overwhelmed, but right now I really feel like I need to make a change. And I think I just need to relieve a lot of that pressure that I put on myself, because I'm really, really, really feeling it. It was working for a while, but now it's not. So when it stops working, you need to change things up, right? So that's what's happening. Okay, let me know your thoughts down below, and any suggestions you have for me too, guys, leave them down below too. Like if you have any other suggestions for how I can show off ARCs and stuff. I think Instagram is really going to be the way to go. But yeah, any input, any advice, let me know. Definitely. If you have something that works for you, if you're in the same situation as me where you put pressure on yourself, let me know how you relieve that. And I think that would be a good discussion. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. I will see you again soon.